I'm here. I signed. Tyrone Mbeumo. Sign the shirt. Hold the shirt. Because I am here. I'm moving to Manchester. And I'm helping get this club back. Tyrone Mbeumo. Take the picture. Take the picture. Say cheese. Because we are joining Manchester United. Tyrone Mbeumo will leave Brentford and join Manchester United. It's a bomber from David Ornstein. I've decided to make the move to Manchester United. Guys, I haven't had a trim yet. And Mbeumo's looking rough. But if I'm moving to Manchester United, I can look rough. I don't mind looking rough because I'm coming to deliver. I'm coming to perform. I'm coming to one of the biggest clubs in England after scoring 20 goals in the league. And I want more. I want more. I'm just getting started. 26 years of age, in my prime, bald, beard, shining, glowing. Manchester United. I love this football club. Cunha and Mbeumo. And the window's not even open officially yet. I love this club. I love this club. Bryan Mbeumo is set to join Manchester United from Brentford. Sorry, guys, I got a bit excited. You got to like this video. You've got to subscribe because you ain't going to get an exclusive Bryan Mbeumo interview anywhere else. Let me tell you that. You are not getting an exclusive anywhere else apart from here. I've loved my time at Brentford. It's been great in the Championship, great in the Premier League, coming off the back of my best season, but I'm ready for a change now. I love the manager, Thomas Frank. I love the club. I love the fans. They've got me to where I am today. But now it's time to progress. It's time to upgrade. I'm joining Manchester United to play in that 10 role, to get Manchester United competing for Champions League again and bring my Premier League proven experience football to the football club. And that's what I'm going to do. And Mbeumo and Cunha, run it. Run it. I'm not going to lie, guys. This one is exciting because finally Manchester United are going out and signing Premier League proven players that can come in and add goals, add creativity, add finishing. I literally spoke on Cunha the other day on Never a Foul and other channels, and I've wanted that guy because he's a ball carrier. He's got the mentality. And we needed to add more to it because we couldn't just rely on Matthias Cunha. And now we're bringing Bryan Mbeumo to the club that works hard, that scores, that creates, left-footed, can take pens. Bald like me, as we know. I love the signing. I love the move because it's probably going to cost us in the region of 50 million. We're yet to agree a fee. David Ornstein has come out and said he has decided to choose Manchester United over a number of Premier League clubs. But we are yet to agree a fee. But we will get that done. Move expected to happen. And if Man United can get Mbeumo and Cunha, 110 million, but you're going to get goals, you're going to get assists, you're going to get a good age, you're going to get work hard players. Premier League proven. It's an upgrade on what we have. Look, Man United fans, we're out here starving. I'm not going to lie. Look, people might say Mbeumo's overrated, this and that, but the truth is they're better than what we have now. Højlund's potential on his way to Inter Milan. Garnacho's going to leave. Antony's going to leave. Sancho's going to probably leave. We need players coming in, and we need players with quality or at least experience in the Premier League that come in, the know-how, they can come into the starting 11 and they play straight away. And Mbeumo and Cunha are two starters. Let me get that clear. The positives. And Mbeumo and Cunha are two starters at this football club. One can play in the left 10, one can play in the right 10. And what I love about Mbeumo as well is that he will give us pace. He gives us intensity. He works hard. So other players around him are going to have to work hard. No one can slack at this football club now. Ruben Amorim, you're getting backed big time because you're needing 2 10s. You've cried out for that ball carried and creativity in the final third. Well, you've got that now with Cunha and Mbeumo. You can't say you've not been backed in the final third, especially if you get a striker. And you're my gaffer. I want you to succeed. But we can't have excuses in the final third if you go and get your striker now. Because you've got a transitional player in Cunha and Mbeumo. You've got players that can create and score in the final third with a bit of pace and trickery, and he potentially might get your striker. What a start to the window for Manchester United. This is a big bomber from David Ornstein, because we know as well that Bryan Mbeumo was linked to other clubs. There was probably Aston Villa, Newcastle, Liverpool potentially out there. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea were potentially looking as well for Premier League proven wingers. There's just a lot of clubs out there looking at Bryan Mbeumo because he comes in off the right-hand side. You know what you're getting, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 every week. And he's Mr. Consistent at the moment for Brentford. That's what he's been doing this whole 24-25 season. So for Manchester United to get him over him going to other clubs is a statement in itself. It shows that Manchester United still have that pool. Manchester United can still attract big players. And I know he's not the biggest name. I know it's not the fanciest name, but it's still a player that a lot of other clubs and rivals would want to have. Newcastle, the perfect example. They've got Champions League football. They've got a 52,000-seater stadium. They've got Anthony Gordon, Alexander Isaac, Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, Joe Linton, and the list goes on. And we still beat them to the punch to sign Bryan Mbeumo. And that's what I love, because it's showing to me that he's not looking at Man United and saying, yeah, you know what, they had a bad season. Cool, I can accept that. But he's thinking, what can I do to impact that team? How much have the club shown that they want me? Manchester United must have shown clear intention that they want him. Ruben Amorim must have had a conversation, idolized the formation to him and said, look, this is where you fit in, which is perfect in the right 10. And then Mbeumo's coming here with, you know what, I want to help get Man United back, competing at the top. It was reported last week that he said, I'm willing to go to the right project. I don't have to just win or play in the Champions League right now. Well, he's not getting Champions League football with us. So he's going to have to work hard with the team and help get Manchester United back into the Champions League and back into that top 4, top 5, whatever it will be. And I'm more than happy with that, because I want players coming to this football club that want to be here. Ultimately, Man United, we know that we've had a mentality problem, or we've had players always switching on the manager or always complaining or moaning about something. We now need players that are going to come here, work hard, buy into the project, buy into the new philosophy with Barada, Jason Wilcox, and the manager. And we've got to get everyone pulling in the same direction. And sometimes big players have got to go for that. And you've got to sometimes let it, rebuild. PSG, I know they're a different club. PSG sold Mbappe or let Mbappe go. They got a team philosophy in, no egos, and they go and win the treble. Sometimes you have to sell your best player to get the dynamic changing and just move forward. And Bruno Fernandes, it looks like potentially he is now going to be leaving this football club. But in anything, you gain me, Tyrone Mbeumo. My shirt will be coming. My shirt will be there. It will be on, and there'll be one there hanging down, because everyone knows I've got to rep this season. I've got to rep it. I've got to ride it out. Ride it out for the longest. But yeah, man, this is going to be so interesting now, because we've got our 2 10s. Where do we look now? Outgoings are going to have to happen with, like the players I named, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, Bruno. We can definitely recoup some big money. And then we still need to go out and invest. A striker is needed. I still would ideally want 2 central midfielders. I still would want a fullback. So 2 10s, and now I still want a striker, 2 midfielders and a fullback. It's not all going to happen probably in this window, but for me, for Manchester United to really have an amazing window and be like, yeah, do you know what? We can really kick on now. We definitely need them midfielders and a striker. And I'm hoping with the money coming in, we can still go out and spend, because we potentially might do it in installments, and it won't just happen straight away, which is not a bad thing. We can stagger the payments out, and we still have money to then spend. But look at Mbeumo from the season just gone now. 20 goals, I believe it was, in the league. Mbeumo, 20 goals and 7 assists. Before that, it was 9 goals, 6 assists. Before that, 9 goals, 8 assists. So he's always got nearly 20 goal contributions, but this year, 27 goal contributions. And remarkably, he played every game in the Premier League last season. 38 games, not injured once. That's incredible. I didn't even know that. So he's showing that he's robust. He's used to this Premier League schedule. Not going to be a problem with him. Intensity, creativity, goals. And Mbeumo ticks a lot of boxes. Obviously, we don't know yet how he's going to do, playing against teams that might have a low block. He's going to be good in transition. And I think that's my only reservation with Cunha and Mbeumo, if I have to be honest. I think Mbeumo is probably more suited to it. But Cunha, against the low block, might struggle, because I think he's great as a ball carrier from deep into the final third. I don't think he's the most quality player with close control. I think Mbeumo has better close control, cutting in, dribbling, tippy tap, tap, tap. But I think both players like to play in transition and with space in front of them. So I will be interested to see how Manchester United are going to go next season. Is Amram looking to go more possession based, or is he looking to go more transition based? But that's a wait and see. However, for the signings, both Mbeumo and Cunha, you've got to put them in that bracket of at least 7 out of 10s because they come with a lot more upside than negatives. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I think this is a great start for Manchester United in this window so far. I think the fact that he can play in the right 10, sometimes up front if needed. Same for Cunha, left 10 up front if needed. This gives us options 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 3-4-2-1. This is what we wanted at the football club. They said they want tactical players that are versatile in different formations, different roles. And that's what we have in Cunha and Mbeumo. So it's a big tick in the box, a Premier League proven player coming off the back of his best season, and he's clearly shown that he wants to join this football club. And I think that's the biggest thing for me as well, the mentality. These players want to join Manchester United despite no European football next year. And that goes to show a lot about them, that they know that Man United are a big club and they want to be part of trying to get us back to the top. I can't fault that. If it goes wrong, cool, it goes wrong. That's something we discuss in podcasts later on down the line. But it's showing that players want to come here. Manchester United still have that tug of war. You get me? So, yeah, guys, big news. Bryan Mbeumo is set to join Manchester United. And you know what? Fair play to him as well, because he's been at Brentford a long time. He has been at Brentford a long time. I'm talking over 5 seasons, I believe it is. I might be wrong, but definitely over 5-6 seasons. So, you know, he's got that English experience. He's shown that loyalty to Brentford. And you know what? Respect to Brentford as well, because they didn't stand in the way of Ivan Toney when Ivan Toney wanted to leave. And they're not going to stand in the way of Bryan Mbeumo. And they'll go out and replace these players. Wiss has stepped up this year, replacing Toney. And Kevin Shard has played on the left-hand side. And they'll get another player that's going to play on the right to replace Mbeumo. And you know what? Respect to Brentford, because they understand players' dreams or their purposes. There's only a certain amount of time you can be at Brentford, or there's only a certain amount of things you can do at that football club. But they're going to get great money for it, and they never stand in a player's way. And I love that as a football club. They seem like a very well-respected football club. And any Brentford fans that are watching this, do you know what? Carry on doing what you're doing. Because I really do, you know, I'm a football fan, Man United fan, but I'm very balanced and I like to see that side of things. So, yeah, respect to you, Brentford. And I hope you do go out and spend the money wisely like you have done in the past. And Thomas Frank, if he's still there, not at Spurs, for example, you never know what can happen in the future, that you do go and reinvest this money. But, yeah, Bryan Mbeumo set to join Manchester United. Wow. I am back. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.